A lot is changing in the 4.1.1 update, so I want to get ahead of it and show you my Corsair loadout for max power. I'm going to max out weapons, thrusters and shields and keep the signature as low as possible. I'll show you exactly where to buy all the components and how to get to each shop. I will have timestamps in the description so that you can jump forward if you already know how to get to each location. To start off, we're going to start at Orison here. Orison is on Crusader. Just head over to Orison and I'll show you exactly how to get to Cousin Crow's. To get to Cousin Crow to buy the components, we're just going to head over to the spaceport here, run all the way forward. Once you see these little whales, we're just going to head left and go towards the elevators. Here is the elevators. You can just call the elevator and take it to the shuttle station. Once at the shuttle station, you're going to take the left shuttle here. You might have to wait for it to arrive. We're finally here. We can just make our way up the stairs. Once up the stairs, we can run all the way forward and follow this blue line. Once here, we can make a left and then you should see a board that says Cousin Crow's. Head down the stairs. Eventually, you'll find the shop here. Head inside. Once inside, you should see the shop just down here. Go to the terminal. We first want to buy our stealth coolers. This will keep our ship nice and cool so that the IR doesn't get crazy. So you only need one of these. Since cooling in this very moment doesn't really matter as much, it's mostly there just to keep your IR down. So buy one of these, an icebox. Next up, for the quantum drive, I like to go with the bolt. Why, you might ask? Well, it keeps my IR nice and low when I am in SEM mode, and when I'm in nav mode, it keeps my EM nice and low as well. Plus, it's not too bad with speed and fuel consumption. But if you want something a little bit faster and more balanced, then you can also go with the Hemera. But like I said, I like to be a little bit more stealthy, keep my signature down so I don't get detected as much. Plus, I can drag out enemies a lot easier. So in this case, I will go with the bolt. For our power plants, we're going to go with the Starburn here. This is necessary to max out our weapons, thrusters and shields. If we were to go with a stealth one, it wouldn't be able to max out all of our weapons. So this is why we're going to go with two of these. That should be everything. Let's go customize the missiles. We will need to head over to the Crusader showroom, customize our missiles. So just head up again. And once the door opens, run forward. Eventually, you'll find this area again. You're going to go to the showroom by just running forward here. Continue. Once here, we want to go to the Cloud View Center. Just head down and wait for the shuttle. We're finally here. Just head outside. You see that logo there, that Crusader logo. We're going to head over there. Since the showroom is located there, just make a right and you'll see this bridge. Go forward. Eventually, you should be right in front of this tower. Once inside, make a left and take the elevator to the showroom. Here we go. Now we can just run forward to the terminal. You'll find the terminal on your left. There you can see it. Now you can just say use. Type in 481. This is the missile racks for the Corsair, meaning it will have size 1 missiles. So you'll have a lot of missiles. Just say buy. We're going to buy 4 of these. And for our missiles, we're still going to go with Task Force. They are still super good. Even though they got nerfed with their splash damage radius, they're still the very best for locking onto ships. So I'm going to buy 32 of these. It's quite a bit of missiles and you will spend a pretty penny. So if you don't have a lot of money, then don't upgrade this first, since missiles are quite expensive, but I have quite a bit of money in my inventory at the moment. There we go. We've got everything we need. Now we can customize our ship by hitting F1, going to vehicles, selecting Drake Corsair. First here, we're going to go to propulsion. We want to make sure that we remove our jump drive. Hit save, then go to systems. At cooler 2 here, make sure that you remove your first cooler. We don't need it. And then cooler 1, select your icebox. Next up here, we're going to select our power plant. So Starburn both of them. This will allow us to max our power. And then for our quantum drive, I went with the bolt right. So equip the bolt. and the shield we'll get into a little bit later. Now go back to propulsion and equip it as well. Hit save. Next up, vehicle weapons. We want to equip all of our missile racks and make sure that you fill them up with task force missiles. Now we can go buy our weapons. To buy our weapons, we're going to open up our Mobiglass here, type in Lorville. This is where we can buy the base PvE weapons. I'll show you exactly why we're going to buy them and how to get there. We're finally at Lorville here. If you don't know where to land, just look for the spaceport. Usually you'll see those little lights right here. In daytime, you can also see a tower, and just underneath it is the spaceport. We're at Lorville Spaceport here. How do we get to the business district? Well, just run forward. Eventually, you'll get to this cross section. Keep forward. Here you can find the train. Make sure to get onto it. You finally arrived. Now just head over to the entrance there. Once at the entrance, just run up the steps. Eventually, you'll run into the statue. Make a right so that you can go into the showcase room here. This is where they will sell all the weapons for us. Once you enter the showcase room, you can just make a right to get the terminals. Here we can buy all of our weapons. For our weapons, we're going to go with the attritions. The attritions does a lot of damage, but their projectile speed is a little bit slower than the PvP weapons. For the PvP weapons, we'll go CF repeaters that you can find on your own using something like Urkel. But for this, we're mostly going to spec the Corsair for PvE since it is one of the best ships, right? So we want to buy 4 of these. It's quite a bit of money, so just make sure that you have enough. Once we have bought 4 size 4 repeaters, we want to buy 2 size 5 repeaters. There we go. We can just exit. Now customize our ship by hitting F1. Vehicles, Drake Corsair, go to vehicle weapons, scroll all the way down. Slot 6 is our first size 5 weapon. Slot 5 is also our second size 5 weapon. Weapon slot 4 is our first size 4 weapon. And then just fill up the rest. They should be right underneath each other. Then we're all good here. I do like to remove all of my turret weapons as well. Since this is a solo build, we don't need them, and they'll only steal power from our main weapons. So in order to have more shots and damage, we're going to remove all of the little turret weapons as well. You can see I already did mine. I left mine at Orison. But just for in case you don't know this yet, this is what I like to do to save power. Now that we have bought all of our weapons, let's go buy our shield. By our shield, we're just going to type in GrimHEX, and then we'll head over to Dumpers Depot. Managed to make it to GrimHEX here. Let's land and go to Dumpers Depot. We're at the spaceport here. To find Dumpers Depot, we just want to head over to these elevators. Once we have taken the elevators down, we can just run up the steps here. Make a left and then go up these steps as well. If you look back, you should see a little arrow. There we go. You can see that arrow go there. Once here, we can head inside. Here you will find a terminal. For the base shield, we want to go with the Powerplant. It has super good regeneration and shield HP. Probably the best shield that you can buy at the moment for the Corsair. You only want to buy one of these. Now you can just hit F1, go to Vehicles, Drake Corsair, Systems, and make sure to equip your Powerplant. Now that we're all set up, let me show you how to manage your power. To manage your Corsair's power, you want to max out everything here. But first, you need to scroll all the way here. Make sure that your cooler is only 1 pip. If you completely remove all cooling, you'll see that your IR will slowly but surely raise. It will go bigger than all of your other sections. So just make sure you've got 1 pip in cooling just to keep your IR under control. Also, if you use a regular quantum drive, your IR might be a little bit higher as well. So this is my signature for the moment. But we've got full power to weapons, thrusters, and shields. If you run CF repeaters, you'll see that you actually use way less power for weapons. This is why we need the star burn power plants just to power the attritions. So just make sure that you have enough power for everything, but you should if you followed this guide. Now that we have everything set up, let's go do a PvE mission and see how easy it is to destroy bigger ships. For our mission here, I'm just going to do an ambush mission, which is from the headhunters. we're going to take on a Drake Caterpillar. Let's see how fast we can kill it. Here we go. I'm at the mission location. Now all that we need to do is just wait. The Caterpillar is finally here, but its back up is a constellation. I think I'm going to deal with the constellation first, and then we can see what we can do about the Caterpillar. We're in range here. I'm just going to start peppering it so far while it's approaching. Back shield should be going down pretty fast since we've got so much damage. Luckily these ships are super big, so the slow projectile speed doesn't really matter. We already got the constellation. Now for the Caterpillar, I'm in range here. Let's see what we can do. Now the Caterpillar has a lot of turrets. And try and get on the belly or the top, so I don't take all of the fire from the turrets. You can see our front shield is a little bit damaged. I'm gonna do one clip. Okay, my shield is down. Couldn't do one clip of damage, so I'm just gonna turn my butt towards it so that my front shield can regenerate, and then we'll engage again. Caterpillar is already pretty red though, even just with half a clip. But let's try again. You can see we're shredding their shields. Pretty good. I'm not even trying. I can maneuver under it if I want to. For example, like this. Way better to sit here. Something popped there. And there we go. Completely dead. Let's see if this cargo actually has something on board. Mostly quartz, copper, corundum, scrap, tungsten, iron, titanium. So nothing too valuable, but a big amount of resources. If you want to go sell it, you can, but probably not worth it. Just do another mission. But I hope you enjoyed this PvE loadout. If you did, please leave a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, then you can watch these two videos right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.